morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Redline News Network. My name's Jet Likings.
And I'm Vic Morano. Welcome back to your home for automotive and supercar community news.
In case you missed it, we had a special guest on Taking It to Redline this week. Johnny Mancuso, aka Man Cobra, joined us.
Johnny was previously a fabricator at Sheepy Race, currently working at 316 speed. He's the bad boy of supercar culture.
That's right, Vic. We go in depth and ask him questions about his recent motorcycle accident, even get into questions about BMX. Links in the description, smash it and go check out that episode.
If you guys missed it, the new Gymkhana has been released with Travis Pastrana behind the wheel of an 860 horsepower STI in his hometown of Annapolis, Maryland. Airplanes, boats, too bad there wasn't trains. Head on over to Hoonigan and put some eyes on it. On to Stradman, Friday, December 4th. Stradman receives a $38,000 full titanium Rift exhaust for his Bugatti Veyron. Houston from Royalty Exotics reaches out and offers to install the exhaust for free. So Stradman proposes if he can get Houston to 580,000 subs, that he will bring the Bugatti Veyron to Vegas for the install. Kind of nice seeing two YouTubers supporting each other like that. On to Monday's video. With the Bugatti Veyron, 3 Teslas, and an airport at his disposal, it only makes sense for some drag races. James breaks out the Bugatti and races a Model S P100D, a Model X, and a Model 3 Performance. If you want to see the outcome of these races, jump on over to Stradman's channel and check it out. Wednesday's video, he starts this one off saying that if this video gets 175,000 likes, that he will buy an airplane in 2021. Interesting. We get Strad's annual recap / tour of his current cars. He will be keeping both the Aventadors, Roadster and Coupe, his R35 GTR, his Bugatti Veyron, Twin Turbo Gallardo, Ford Raptor, and 6x6 Jeep Gladiator. And at the very end, he kind of hints that the F430 Challenge car might end up mounted on the wall of his new house.
Let's head on over to DDE. The first episode from them this week is about the Eva Aperta. Actually, Mia is the first one to drive the Aperta out of the clan outside Damon. Dave hasn't even driven this thing yet. She basically said it was nerve-wracking. Her feet are hot. Reminder, they're up in Canada in the winter driving a car without a windshield or a roof. But overall, she was just speechless. Next day is them buying the R34. They say that the R35 is a done deal. So the episodes on an R34, are they building an R35 behind the scenes that we don't know about? I guess we'll see. They head on over to Applewood, which is a dealer with 2 R34s, one red, one silver. They test drive them both and now state that they're the #1 JDM channel on YouTube. Pretty comical with these guys. They head on over to SR Auto afterwards, check out a Bayside Blue. It really seems like Damon is in love with this one. And then we find out on the next episode that they actually bought the Bayside Blue one. Allegedly, this is one of Damon's dream cars from his childhood. They do a lot of cinematical shots. And then they mention that a big build has already happened. Again, I think the R35 is already done. They have a 2,000 horsepower Japanese car sitting in DDE headquarters. I guess we'll see it pretty soon. And in case you missed it on their Instagram, a lot of pictures of the F12 with the twin turbo this week.
Over to Street Speed 717. Thursday, December 3rd, Mike buys a crazy modified 700 horsepower Ford Raptor for his Christmas giveaway, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Saturday, he takes the new Raptor to a Jeep rock crawling event. Nothing can stop this thing. The thing's a monster. Wednesday's video, Mike is in the market for another Lamborghini. Now this time, he's not looking at V10s. He wants a proper V12 Aventador. He mentions with the finalization of the C8 sale and the Raptor giveaway combined, that would give him almost enough money to pay cash for the Lambo. We do get a little behind the scenes. So we see Randy from Savage Garage's Hummer H1 getting a Duramax swap at Performance Diesel Warehouse. So hopefully that's on the Savage Garage channel soon.
Let's boost on over to Amelia Hartford. The first episode from her this week is her shopping for her first supercar. Now, she's at West Coast Exotics with Hunter, and they're actually talking about airplanes to kick it off. Seems like she wants a Cirrus S22. This is actually an airplane that comes with a parachute in case you get into any issues. We learned that she's about 76% of her way through her written pilot's license. She then narrows down the list to a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or an Audi R8 for her first supercar. She actually runs into Tanner Fox there, and she actually ends up FaceTiming with Alex. They all talk about some more choices. She then test drives a TT Performante. She gets in an Audi R8 V10, and it seems like out of all those cars, R8 seems to be the best daily out of all of them. Then she actually test drives Dustin's 570S and actually says that this feels more tuner than the other cars. The next episode is an update on the turbocharging the K-Swap Prius. If you missed it, they installed the eBay turbo kit. In this episode, they actually fabricate an exhaust. Actually, Amelia gets into some welding on this episode. She actually gets some equipment like a jacket and gloves because she states when she does welding in the past that she gets burned all the time. But the first day, they finish the hot side of the turbo. They do a first start. It's actually pretty quiet. On the second day, they finish the cold start. They do some two-steps. This thing looks insane.
Shooting on over to TJ Hunt's Vlogmas. TJ is just pumping out videos, 8 in the past 6 days. So if you guys want to see some turbo upgrades, some drifting, house updates, shopping for Christmas trees in a Mark IV Supra, or just day-to-day vlogging, head on over to TJ's channel and give him a watch.
One video from Mondi this week. This one is his urban racetrack. Now, they mess around about how his channel is better than Top Gear, obviously joking, but they ask what makes Top Gear, and it's basically their racetrack. So he then states how he might actually have one. So they take an Evora 400 out. This thing's a Lotus. They do some donuts, some launches. This thing whines. That V6 is insane. They do some reviewing of it, similar to a Top Gear, and then they take it out to this vacant parking lot behind Royalty, and it's actually a pretty large space. He does one lap, almost gets into trouble. You're going to want to go check this out if you miss it, but it's a really cool episode.
Donut Media with 4 videos this week. Best and worst gifts for car people. Toyota's reliability secrets revealed. Why engineers steal from nature. And choosing an exhaust manifold.
6 videos from Vinwiki this week. Travis Scott desecrates the nicest M3 we ever sold. Top 10 car stories from Genius Garage. Corrupt Kentucky cops give 26 exotic cars ridiculous tickets. The scam on my cursed ex-drug lord BMW X5. Most amazing underdog racing win in history. And then my hunt for the El Chapo McLaren F1.
Doug Demuro with 3 car reviews this week. The Aston Martin Vantage Zagato shooting brake. That's a mouthful. The 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. And the $8 million Bugatti Devo.
The typical 2 from Hoovies Garage this week. The first one is mechanic versus moron. And then I bought the cheapest and worst Corvette in the US. Well, that takes us to about Redline this week, folks. In case you missed it, again, we had Man Cobra on this week's episode of Taking It to Redline. Guess what? In 2 weeks, we'll have another special guest for you.
Keep your eyes peeled every Friday for new episodes. To make it easier for yourself, hit that subscribe button. Instagram, we got it. Drop us a follow.
Until next time,
keep it at Redline.